Okay, Management 80, exam number 2, review. You may remember I pointed out that there's like 8 or 9 laws. Revenue certainties, Patrick's Law, intimate knowledge of the basic transactions, Mucci's Law. Well, one of the terms we use is inventing a better mousetrap. Just create a better mousetrap. If you have a better mousetrap, financing will find you. Most people start a business and say, well, I don't have any money, I don't have any money. If you have a better mousetrap, the money will find you. In our face-to-face class, I think we talked about the envelope that we have where we list all of those business laws, right? Most business deals are done on a cocktail napkin if you happen to be in a bar, or an envelope if you have to be in an office. We've talked about, and you probably have already experienced, that most everything you do on your cell phone, including this course. You can do the whole course right off your cell phone. That's kind of an important issue because most people are going to use their cell phone. I've made the point before that if you own your own business or you're a CEO, the 2 functions of a business that you have to take direct responsibility for are revenue generation and technology. In the athletic world, there's 2 types of coaches. There's players coaches and then there's owners coaches. And certain types of coaches are what we'll call micromanagers. They treat the players as if they're just, machines. Don't give them the chance to be creative or do anything. And then there's other coaches, the players type coaches, that basically say, look, you're great athletes, just go make plays within a certain boundaries. And great coaches have wide boundaries and allow athletes to operate within them, right? And so the argument is, is it better to manage through compliance or to manage through creativity? And I would argue that the more latitude that you give quality people, the better you're going to do. Okay, that one's on the list. One of the things that you have to take into consideration today versus when a lot of the textbooks were published, we used to plan 3, 4, 5 years out in advance on what we thought our business was going to do. That's really not particularly relevant anymore because of technology and the changing marketplaces and new technologies being applied. Everything changes much more quickly, and you have to create your business so that you can adapt quickly to your environment. Organizations have multiple functional areas. They have the revenue generation, which is kind of marketing and sales. They have the finance area, which is the accounting department, and then they have administrative functions like human resources, and then they have operations, who are the people that actually execute what gets sold. In the world that I live in the world of people that have successful businesses, revenue is everything. Accountants don't generate revenue, HR people don't generate revenue, operations people don't generate revenue, technology people don't generate revenue. It's the product that you produced, the revenue generation from the product that you produce, and that's the marketing and revenue department and sales department. If you think of, if any of you have artistic experience or creative experience, right? It used to be, when I was a kid, they used to have an art program that they'd show on TV that says, paint by the numbers. And you put green here, blue here, blue here. It was kind of a scam to get you to join an art school, right? Most great artists don't paint by the numbers. Most great musicians don't sing by the numbers. They sing creatively. And so if you take a creative person and you put them in a highly compliant environment, they have a tendency not to be able to take advantage of their natural skills. So one of the questions is, particularly today where we're almost at full employment, why is it that I see help wanted signs everywhere? Every place I go, help wanted, help wanted, help wanted, help wanted, help wanted. Well, if they were paying double the minimum wage and they treated people well, they wouldn't have a help wanted sign out. And that's management has an impact on employee turnover. There's extrinsic rewards, which is what we pay people in dollars. And there's intrinsic reward, which is how you treat people. And think about your work history, how many places you've worked where they've indicated to you they appreciate the contribution you make, right? And or paid you fairly. So years ago, when I used to cover Asia, we acquired a company in Waterloo, Iowa, a trucking company. And I took the owner of that trucking company with me on a trip to Asia. And we went to 6 or 7 different countries. When we came back, the fellows he worked with asked him what was the trip like, and he could not describe the differences between Korean, the Japanese, the Taiwanese, the Indians, the Vietnamese. To him, it was all one culture. Well, that's in fact not how things work. Each of those cultures are very unique. Just like within the United States, the people from Mississippi are culturally different than the people in Oregon. There's a saying that customer's always right. Well, I've modified that a bit. The customer's always right when they pay to be right. And what you want to avoid is high demand, low pay customers. You really kind of want to not have them. And the way we disengage from customers is we just keep raising our rate to the point where it becomes painful. Because most high demand customers don't want to pay. And so you just raise your rate. And I make this comment on a regular basis. It's okay to fire customers if they're not willing to pay you to be right. On the website, you can see there's this chart that I have that has these steps in the marketing process. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One is you're trying to understand the unique basic requirements of each of your sub-customer groups, which are market segments, and then you develop a product, and then that product creates some utility for that customer group. That's an ongoing process. It's not static. You don't just do it once. You just keep doing it and adjusting and adjusting and adjusting. We were having a discussion earlier today about the impact that environment has on people's growth, right? And in particular, we're talking about family dynamics, on how some people are in family dynamics that are nurturing and encouraging, and some people are in family or social environments that are not. I grew up in an environment where they were very clear on what was expected. Nurturing was not one of the issues, right? And so, let me see here. At some point, you have to separate yourself from the people that have suggested to you that you're not capable of doing something. In effect, you have to get to some point where you believe in yourself. And the best place for that is to get an environment that's nurturing. One of the most common places to do that is in college. That's what college is for. Just take different courses, try to find professors that you'll relate well to, right? And that should help you grow. This last one's pretty straightforward. That's number 20. Okay, we're good.